Clips. Alrighty YouTube, another one of Kips Clips. So I learnt something new today, and that is the Scottish Pyramid at Balmoral Estate. I wasn't aware there was an actual pyramid built by Queen Victoria as a monument to Prince Albert. You've all heard of Prince Albert, eh? Who's got a Prince Albert? Not me. Anyway, so let's have a wee shifty at this video. Then we'll have a wee look at the history. Then I'll show you, funnily enough, look what clip is coming up on the right hand side. Kips Clips. And it's actually coming up as one of the recommended videos as well, which is pretty cool. But you learn something new every day. Go into the wee bit of the history after we look at it. I'll show you where it's on the map, and I'll share the coordinates with you if you want to go and check it out as well. So there it's there, that's Balmoral Estate. If you don't know, Balmoral is the royal residency of the Queen in the UK. I'll show you on the map and stuff. I'll also show you the pyramid down in Stirling Castle as well, both built in the same era. Both built in the Victorian era by the Victorians, funnily enough, as esoteric symbols of the religion they were really following at the time, and again, occult symbols, esoteric knowledge needed to decipher the occult symbols. And the more esoteric knowledge you get, the better you can read it and whatnot, right? I'll leave a link for that clip down below. You can go and check it out. I can't tell you the meaning of this. There's a million and one different meanings. What I like to show is the pattern and the hidden language in the architecture and their monuments and their symbols and their buildings. And the statues they put at the top of their buildings. I've showed you the umpteen Statue of Liberties here in the UK. I'll also show you a Lucifer. I'll take you on a wee tour. Just a few wee things. I'll show you a Lucifer. Why not, eh? Why not? Not the Lucifers that I've shown you in the city chambers. This is a Lucifer on top of a building, not too far down the road from the Co-op building, with a Masonic handshake on it, and again another Statue of Liberty on the top. So bear with me, here's a few pictures, you can stick it in, you will go and find it. A lot more, go and scratch beneath the surface of this yourself in your own time. It's fascinating, so here's just a wee bit of, I'll leave a link for all this down below. 50 quid to go and get a wee tour. Balmoral Castle. Where's the bit with the pyramid? Here it's here. During the 1850s, new plantations were established near the house, and exotic conifers were planted on the grounds. Prince Albert had an active role in these improvements, overseeing the design of Pateris, the diversions of the main road north of the river via a bridge, and plans for farm buildings. These buildings included a model dairy that he developed during 1861, the year of his death. The dairy was completed by Victoria. Subsequently, she also built several monuments to her husband on the estate. These included a pyramid-shaped cairn building a year after Albert's death on top of Craig Lochran. Hello, Craig. Hello, Craig. See, now where I'm going to show you the Lucifer as well. My name's Craig Houston, right? Where I'm going to show you the Lucifer is down in Bella Houston. It's down in Bella Houston. What else was I going to say? Next to Craigton. And my name's Craig Houston. Make it up what you will. But anyway, pyramid-shaped cairn built a year after Albert's death. On top of Craig Lochran, a large statue of Albert with a dog and a gun by William Theed was inaugurated on 15th October 1867, the 28th anniversary of their engagement. Right, so that's just a wee bit of history about it. I wanted to put the time frame in there, coming out of the Victorian era. If you go and look at the Victorian architecture, you'll see all these symbols, signs, gods, goddesses, angels, all the full shebang. I'd be here for 10 hours trying to explain a lot of the level of understandings I've got of them. But again, it's the yellow brick road. It's the never-ending yellow brick road. They'll always tell you there's a new meaning. What I'm doing here is pointing out the secret language that they are speaking in their architecture and their monuments and whatnot. So, where do I want to go now? Now, I did stick this up on my channel in 2015. That isn't when I actually done it. If you go to my other channel, you'll see I done it in February 2013. Fuck's sake, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and that's up at Stirling Castle. I'll show you that on the map in a wee second. Yeah, I'll leave a link for this down below as well. Do bear in mind this was back in 2013. I have grew since then, but feel free to go and listen to it. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. You'll be able to see my journey and my progression and my continued journey, my continued journey up the ways of trying to understand this stuff. Trying to understand it. I don't have an understanding. I'm trying to understand it. That's the star pyramids of Stirling Castle, and I'll take you a few wee pictures of that later on as well as the. Let's put a date on this as well. 1863. This pyramid was built in Stirling Castle Cemetery. What date did we put on the Balmoral one? During the 1950s. 1861. So it would have been 1861, 62. 1861, 62. 61, 62. And that was 63. So you can see almost at the exact same time, give or take a few years, the pyramids going up in Balmoral, the pyramids going up in Stirling Castle. Then let me take you a wee tour. Oh, I forgot to do this. Let me take you a wee tour. I'll take you a few areas of interest now. There's Balmoral Castle up there. What you're looking for is this woodland area south of the river from the castle. If you zoom in, and that's the pyramid there. Like all these sensitive areas of the world, like Israel, royal grounds, the resolution that Google Earth offers you is very poor. Not by accident, I would argue. But if you zoom in, you can clearly see that's the pyramid that's put up there on the high ground on the southern bank of the river that goes through there, which the name of the river escapes me. So there is the pyramid in Balmoral Estate. Let me do something quickly. If you want to copy selection, let me do this. Just a way I can get it out there. There is the coordinates if you want to stick it into your... Oops, wrong bit. If you want to stick it into your Google Earths, it's 57 degrees. That's the fucking GPS coordinates anyway, north and west and stuff, if you want to find it on your Google Earths or whatever map you're using. So, there's one pyramid coming out of the Victorian era in their architecture. Now let's go to Stirling Castle. And I'll show you the Star Pyramid. But anyway, I digress. So you go to Stirling Castle, which is here. And I'll be able to find... Oh, Jesus, I better be able to find it. Oh, shit. Sorry, going all over the gaff here. Right, let me zoom out on this. Here's Stirling Castle here. Where is the cemetery? The cemetery is... There's the pyramid there. How did I get... Shit, I can't give you the coordinates of that, sorry. Take me too long to figure out how to find them again. But you can clearly see it. This is the cemetery. That is the Star Pyramid next to a wee lake as well. And go and watch my video. I show video around it, count the steps, show the eye symbolism on the pyramid as well. The Salem... It goes with the Salem witch trials, and I forgot more than I can remember. Go and watch my other video. But there's another pyramid popping up in Scotland. Now, I've talked about on my channels, I've spoke about Glasgow Green's Masonic symbols pointing directly at Egypt and the pyramids. I cannot believe that's only got 191 hits and only 21. That blows me away. That's the shit I pull out the bag when I'm talking to people on the street and they're like, wow. Go and find me any Masonic writings that tell you that shit. That is something I've never wrote down and let out in the public, and I've managed to decipher it. It's amazing actually thinking for yourself and not rhyming and repeating others. The shit you actually do see with your own eyes when you have the esoteric knowledge to see that there is secret geometry, secret languages put in the architecture, the street plans, so on and so forth. Washington DC and other of these capitals round the world are other examples. The 3 pyramids of Alexander, I showed you that as well. Funnily enough as well, you get the 3 pyramids up in Alexander, and you've also got the Statue of Liberty, which I've shown you up in Alexander as well. So let me take you a wee tour. I'll show you. Let me take you on a wee tour. Aye, why not? A wee wonder. Some people like this stuff. Let me just zoom out and get to where I'm going. So hopefully you will be able to follow all this. Now again, if you come down here to Glasgow Green, that is the High Court. That is the McClelland Arch there. That's the High Court building right there. Law. There's the all-seeing eye. Undeniable and undeniable an eyeball. Undeniable and all-seeing eye at the tip of a pyramid, but it's all a coincidence. This is me just being crazy, remember that. First degree Masons. Oh, I was going to go and get my Masonic Bible, but if you read the Masonic Bible, you'll see the first degree Masons, the all-seeing eye and Masonry represents Masonic law, and then you get the all-seeing eye right across the road from the High Court. Where's George Square? And as I said as well, there's the obelisk in George Square. You can see the shadow cast there. If you stand in front of the McClelland Arch, put the obelisk directly in between the arch, you are facing not a degree in, not a degree left, not a degree right, you are facing directly the Great Pyramids of Egypt. All these symbols and the street plans and the symbols and the architecture are all interlinked. That's my argument. It's a language that's going on. It's an esoteric language. That's what I'm trying to say. Now let me see. Where's George Square? Why can I not find George Square here? There we go. Is that it up there? There's George Square there. That's George Square. There's the city chambers round the corner. Let me get this right. So there's the chambers. You'd walk down there, walk down there. Yeah. Well, let me show you. In fact, I'll do it here because it's easier. So just bear with me. I don't know why I'm in a hurry. If people like this stuff, they'll like it. Let me see. Go to George Square. Oops, shit. This gives you the zoom in and out ability. It'll take my ugly mush off so we can see a wee bit better. Like, oof, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Let's. Oh, come on, you fuck. Play the game. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, as above, so below, by the way. All over, what you'll notice is the same designs on the roof are parroted on the floor, and they'll tell you that on the. Oh, damn it, man. How do I exit Street View? Did I do that? Right, aye, that didn't obviously take me where I wanted to go. But I don't know. I'd advise everybody to go and check a wheel. Let's see if I'll be able to see it from here. There's the Statue of Liberty there. Statue of Liberty. I'm not saying it's a statue representing liberty. I'm saying this is symbolic. It's a language that you don't understand. The first layer of explanation of this is never what it really is, and that's why when you study these statues, symbols, you can see they are all exactly the same figure. Who they are, the goddess Isis. You could go back further than that. There's a million and one explanations. But there's the Statue of Liberty there. Put that in on my channel and you'll see a lot of you'll see a lot of footage on my channel of that. Let me now show you another Statue of Liberty in Glasgow. There's one up at Alexander. Let me just find this. There's Paisley Road West, there's Ibrox Stadium, this is Govan, the old centre, the old heart of Glasgow. Again, go and check out your history of the evolution of Glasgow in the city. The parts that weren't the city that then get joined on, the parishes that then get consumed by Greater Glasgow, if you want to call it that. Here's Paisley Road West, there's Govan Road. Right, what will I start with first? Shall I show you? Let me show you another Statue of Liberty. Yep, that'll work. This is the Co-op building. Oh, not shown me to be a feckin' liar. They've removed the Statue of Liberty. They've not removed it. It is there today. Hold on. No, they've not. Sorry. No, they've not. That's me. Mistakenly. Jumping the gun. No, hold on a second, is it on top of that? Or on top of... It's on there. It's showing me to be a liar. It's crazy, you go out in the real world and you can point these things and then you go and try and show it on the interwebs and it's a wee bit harder, but just bear with me because you will see that I'm not talking shite. Let me see if I can find a better position. Oh, there we go. You'll be able to see the gold Statue of Liberty now. Go and look for other pictures of this, you'll get it in more definition, but you can see the gold statue there, the lady in the robes holding up the Liberty torch. The torch bearer, let's just say. What angel was the torch bearer? Is this a sign of Luciferianism in Victorian eras when they told us we were all Christian? Now that's the Co-op building. Let me just show you another couple of symbols on the Co-op building. Let me see if I can get here. There's a lot of roads around here, but there's the Golden Lucifer up there. This is the Co-op building in Glasgow. Let me just show you that if I can. Up here, that's the Cooperative Wholesale. And I think over here it says the Glasgow, the Scottish the Scottish Cooperative Wholesale. And unfortunately, I can't read that bit just now. Now let me go and show you a very interesting symbol on the site. Oh, it's a daisy. I want to go there. It's you feckin' whore. Let me try another option. I'm not going to be defeated. This back over onto Google Earth. Slightly different interfaces. And here's the Kingston Bridge. I'm getting mixed up now. Oh god. Bear with me, I found it. Right, there we go. I want this wee guy. I want to bring him down here. Because I need to go around the side of the building. And I think it might be easier. There, I can do it this way. If I do it like this. Because I'm pretty sure it does allow me to go down the side of this building. Or does it? I want to fuck Google. Aye, it does, look. It's got the yellow line. So I want to go there. Yes, done it. Right, thank God. I need to go down this wee side path here. Noticed this the other day. Let me see, where the fuck is it? Ah, it's definitely there. Is that it there? Not too... It's not. Maybe it's here. Oh, it's a daisy. Upside... Oh, there we go, got it. Can you see the handshake? Can you see it? There's the upside down pyramid as well. You could even say sort of a representing the Star of David with the two other bits coming out there. See the three half circles make a pyramid, then the upside down pyramid, put them together, join them straight, you have the Star of David. Then above it, you clearly see a handshake. Coming from the Victoria era, when it was the height of masonry power in the world, and Masons were synonymous with their secret handshakes, but I'm sure it's just a coincidence that it's actually etched in stone on the cooperative, the Scottish cooperative building, which has a Statue of Liberty, a gold Statue of Liberty over it. Now, let me take you a wee journey just down this road, and I shall show you the gold Lucifer. Now I'm going to switch back. Switch back to this. Sorry, I'm all over the place here, but I'm doing my bestest. Come out of this. I want to come onto Paisley Road West. I'd imagine there is millions of symbology in the architecture of Paisley as well, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know enough about it. Now, let's just go down Paisley Road West, as if we're going down to Ibrox. Nothing Masonic here, though. Nothing Masonic here. Here's, I think it's Ibrox Library. I will stop there one day in Kingston Halls, actually, sorry. Still a lodge. Would have been a lodge at one point, I would argue, like a lot of these halls, and it's right next to a public library. Again, I'm insinuating a lot of things here, but you really need to make your own mind up. Now, let's just go down Paisley Road West until we meet Govan Cross. See who can spot the gold Lucifer first. Who can spot the gold Lucifer first? Who can spot the gold Lucifer first? Who can... Oh! This is Govan Cross. Govan used to be kind of the capital of Glasgow, or the centre of Glasgow. And what you'll see there, right up at Govan Cross, is Lucifer, the winged angel, with the as above so below, one hand up, one hand down, and his right hand going across his left on his heart. And I'll need to go down there and get a closer look and see, let me turn the camera back on, if he's doing that, making a square at his heart. And again, you can't see that from here. Wait till I get closer with my camera. I need to use not my phone, my other camera. But these are the symbols that I see, which I understand to be a language that I don't fully understand, although I do know it's a language. That is my argument. So there was a few wee things. I've shown you the Statue of Liberty up in Alexander as well, and that's only me shooting from the top of my head. These are the ones that I've visited, documented, researched myself, got on camera, and I can put them all together in my memory bank and say, for me, whether you agree or disagree, this is a language that the Victorian architects and the people that were commissioning these architects and all the clubs they were part of, all the underground clubs they were all part of, That's them speaking to each other, in my humble opinion. So hopefully you enjoyed that. 25 minutes, a wee bit longer than I thought it would, but there's a wee tour. Not only just a few pyramids, a few Statue of Liberties, a wee Lucifer. Oh, let me show you the other Lucifer. Glasgow City Chambers, because again, nobody else is documenting this shit. And you, oh wow, what the fuck? Lucifer, the fallen angel, all in gold, all over Glasgow City Chambers. Let me see if I can get a quick image for you just to show you this. And that's clips on my channel, so feel free to go and oh, there's a closer picture that I've took of the Statue of Liberty on the City Chambers, but it's not the Statue of Liberty. It's not the Statue of Liberty, it's just a coincidence. She's got the same fucking headdress and holding up a fucking torch, and to the same era that the Statue of Liberty was given to New York or America. Also just a coincidence that it's George Square. And it's in Glasgow, and Glasgow's relationship with America at the time. And let me just show you the Lucifer, and you can make your own mind up. Is that Lucifer? Is that Lucifer? Is that Lucifer? Is that in the City Chambers? 6 one side, all in gold. 6 the other side, the 66, the Kabbalah number of 66. Go and research that. And there it's turning up again on Govan Cross, the gold winged angel. And I need to get a close up of that man to see if it's androgynous, i.e., does it look pregnant, insinuating male and female, just like that one. Tits, pregnant belly, wings, horns, and this is in Glasgow City Chambers. Everybody, every day, can go and take the public tour, which will take you up to the gallery of all the Lord Provosts, and looking down on all the Lord Provosts, which is governed over Glasgow, is 6 Lucifers one side and 6 Lucifers the other side. But I'm not reading a language I'm just reading a language that isn't there. And all these things that I'm pointing out, just coincidences. Little wee coincidences. While I am here, let me take you up the Clyde. That's the Clyde up to Dumbarton. There's Dumbarton there. Then the River Leven, which goes through Dumbarton up to Loch Lomond, passes Alexandra, named after the Alexander the Great and his city that he built in Egypt, which was the first city to have universities, and the first cities. A very prestigious city of learning and Masonic teachings, and it goes back to Alexander the Great and Egypt and Alexander, and go and look into all the history surrounding that. Let me just see, here's the park up here. Again, it's all in our parks, man. Is this it here? Let me see, I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh shit, I've been there. I've got it on camera. That must be it here. Oh, it is, and then I'll show you another Statue of Liberty. Here's another, just a wee small Statue of Liberty. Yet again, same era, same statue as in America. Statue of Liberty by the French to American. This is all them speaking in their code, their esoteric language, and we're told they're just stupid wee statues that represent fucking this and that, when it's not. This is the knowledge for people that have the eyes to see it. So, hopefully you enjoyed that wee tour. I've been there, documented all these buildings apart from the Co-op building, although I've been there in person. I pass it almost regularly nowadays, and I will be pulling out my camera and getting that all on my YouTube and whatnot. And thanks to Daiz, it was Daiz that pointed out the Statue of Liberty on the Co-op building. So cheers, man. So there's a wee sort of a quick tour around a few of the hotspots of Glasgow, the esoteric architecture, symbols and whatnot that continually turn up from the same period, representing the same things, only to the people that are privy to the knowledge. And that's what I don't like, the monopolising of information. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. If you appreciate, get any value from the stuff I do, the clips, the live on the street stuff I'll be doing more of, and the live shows, feel free to use the Patreon and PayPal buttons. It's much appreciated, and thanks to everybody that has. Leave all your comments, a good, a bad, ugly and indifferent. I will read and respond to as many as I can. Alrighty YouTube, thanks for listening. Catchies!
F.E.A.R, 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 come on. It keeps the cheese and the maze and the rats and the race and those peasants in the days like Edmund Balaise. It's F.E.A.R, come on.